Our topic is Introduction to Cybersecurity Tools and Cyber Attacks. Yeah. So our group members are Gaurav Gosavi, Rudran Dukiride, Shubham Wagh, Gaurav Kumar, and Kirki Kiraskar. So what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is the body of technologies, processes, and practices designed to protect networks, devices, programs, and data from attack, theft, damage, modification, on or unauthorized access. Technique of protecting internet connected systems such as computer servers, mobile devices, electronic systems from malicious attacks is also known as cybersecurity. So basically, we can divide cybersecurity into two parts. One is cyber and the other is security. Cyber refers to the technology that includes systems, networks, programs, and data, and security is concerned with the protection of systems, networks, applications, and information. In some cases, cybersecurity is also called as electronic information security or information technology security. So there are five types of cybersecurity. There are many types of cybersecurity. Some of them are network security, application security, information and data, mobile security, cloud security. So what happens in network security is it involves implementing the hardware and software to secure a computer network from unauthorized access, attacks, or disruption. In application security, it involves protecting the software and devices from unwanted threats. This protection can be done by consulting, updating the apps to ensure that they are secure from the attacks. Information and data. It involves implementing a strong data mechanism to maintain the integrity and privacy of data. Mobile security. It involves securing the organizational and personal data stored on mobile devices. Then cloud security, it involves in protecting the information stored in digital environment or cloud architectures for the organization. Some of the various cloud service providers are AWS, Azure, Google, etc. So moving on to the history of cyber security or cyber attacks. Yeah. So there were many incidents of cyber attacks, cyberbullying. Initially, it was started from 1940, but main incident from in 1969 was done by Leonard Kleinrock. He sent the first electronic message from the UCLA SDS Sigma 7 host computer to Bill Dewell, a programmer at the Stanford Research Institute. Then in Massachusetts during 1970s, it created the first computer worm virus. Then Robert Morris in during 1988 wrote a program for testing the size of the internet. Now over to Shubham Wagh. Thank you.
Cybersecurity goals. The objective of cybersecurity is to protect information from being stolen, compromised, or attacked. Cybersecurity can be measured by at least one of the three goals: protect the confidentiality of data, preserve the integrity of data, promote the availability of data for authorized users. These goals from the confidentiality, integrity, availability, that is CIA traits, the basis of all security programs. The CIA trait is the security model that is designed to guide policies for informing security within the premises of an organization or company. This model is also referred to as AIC, availability, integrity, and confidentiality. The CIA criteria are one of the most of the organized organ most are the are that most of the organizations and company use when they have installed a new application, creates a database, or when guaranteeing access to some data. For data to be completely secure, all of these security goals must come into effect. These are security policies that all works together, and therefore it can be wrong to overlook one policy. The CIA traits are confidentiality. Confidentiality is roughly equivalent to privacy and avoids the unauthorized disclosure of information. It involves the protection of data, providing access for those who are allowed to see it while disallowing others from learning anything about its content. It prevents essential information from reaching the wrong people while making sure that the right people can get it. Data encryption is a good example to ensure confidentiality. Tools of confidence encryption. Encryption is method of transporting information to make it unreadable for unauthorized users by using an algorithm. The transformation of data users uses a secret key, an encryption key, so that the transformed data can be read by using another security key, descriptions, description key, access control. Uh, Access and some other tools of confidentiality are access control and access control, authentication, authorization, physical security, etc. Integrity. Integrity refers to the method for ensuring that data is real, accurate, and safeguarded from unauthorized user modification. It is a property that information has not been altered or in an unauthorized way, and that sources of the information is genuine. Tools of integrity. Tools of integrity are backups, backup checksums and data correcting codes. Backup is a periodic achieving of data. It is a process of making copies of data or data files to use in the event when the original data or data files are lost or destroyed. Checksum. A checksum is a numerical value used to verify the integrity of a file or a data transfer. In other words, it is a computation of a function that maps the content of a file to a numerical value. They are typically used to compare two sets of data to make sure that they are the same. A checksum function depends on the entire content of a file. Data correcting code. It is a method for storing data in such a way that small changes can be easily detected and automatically corrected. Third, availability. Availability is the property in which information is accessible and modifiable in a timely fashion by those authorized to do so. It is the guarantee of reliable and constant access to our sensitive data by authorized people. Tools of availabilities are physical protection, computational redundancy. Physical protection. Physical safeguard means to keep information available even in the event of physical challenge. It ensures sensitive information and critical information technologies are secure housed in a secure area. Computing it is applied as fault tolerant against accidental fault. It protects computers and storage device that serves as a fallback in case of failure. Now, benefits of cybersecurity. The following are the benefits of implementing and maintaining cybersecurity: cyber attacks and data breach protection for businesses. Data and network securities are being protected. Uh, Unauthorized users access is avoided. After a breach, there is a faster recovery time. Uh, End users and endpoint device protection, regulatory adherence, continuity of operation. Developers, partners, consumers, stakeholders, and workers have more faith in the company reputation and trust. Over to you, Gaurav.
Hello. Basically, types of cyber attacks. There are four types of cyber attacks: cyber criminals, state-sponsored, hacker visit, and inside threats. Cyber criminals. Because cyber criminals are individual or group of people who use technology to commit a cybercrime with the intention of stealing a sensitive company information or personal data and generating profit, basically cash. In today's, they are most prominent and the most active types of attackers. Basically, these attackers use a computer in three ways. They target a computer. Basically, they hack someone's computer and spreading viruses and thefts and data thefts and identity thefts. Second, basically, it's conventional crime also. They use a computer as their weapon for conventional crimes such as spam, fraud, illegal gambling, etc. And third type of computer they use as an accessory. In this, they use a computer to steal the data illegally. Second type of uh, attackers are hacker visits. These are individual or group of hackers who carry out malicious activities to promote a political agenda, religious belief, or social ideology. Basically, they are not like cyber criminals who does this work for cash. They does work because they find something that they feel that happened, that fight injustice. Third type of is state-sponsored attacker. State-sponsored attacker have particular objectives aligned with either the political, commercial, or military interests of the country of origin. These type of attackers are not in hurry because they are trained by a government or vulnerability for detecting the hacking or system. Basically, it's very challenging to defeat this type of attacks. Third type of this, fourth type is inside threats. Then these type of threats are usually occur from employee or former employee, but also from arise from third parties, including contractors, temporary workers, employee, or customers. Basically, inside threats are also categories into three types: malicious, accidental, and negligent. Malicious threats means basically their intention that they should hack, means they are planning that they will hack the organization because they find that. And second type is accidental threats, are threats which are accidentally done by the inside employee. In this type of threat, an employee might accidentally delete an important files or share confidential data they upload on some sites. So it's accidental. And negligent is types of threat. Basically, the policy and beyond, they share a data beyond the policy. Example, they share their is to minimize their work. They share some important confidential data on cloud to do work from home like concept. And types of cyber threats. We are mentioned here 4 types of cyber threat. Basically, phishing. Basically, phishing is a type of cyber criminal in which sender comes from a genuine organization like Table, eBay, financial institution, friendship, and coworker. Basically, they send one type of link. When you click on that link, you will directly redirect to a malicious fraudulent website, and that they hack your personal data and card, basically credential card, personal information, and social security members, username, and password. Basically, in phishing, I will give one example. In phishing, basically, the hackers send you a mail or SMS, or basically they give one type of link. Basically, we consider a Facebook link, www.facebook.hhh.com. Basically, when you click that link, you will directly redirect to that one page where it will look like the same as a Facebook, but it's not Facebook. Basically, this created by the hackers, and when you log in into that your password, and that will be stored by that hacker in her database. And when this store in her database, he will directly redirect you to a official Facebook. So this type of means. And second is brute force. Basically, a brute force is attack was cryptography hack that use a trial and error method to guess an all possible combination until the correct information is restored. Basically, this type of done by to hack your password. Basically, they wrote like that algorithm that that algorithm will run simultaneously. It's infinite loop. That algorithm will run as infinitely. When the password is cracked, they will get that data. And this cybercrime is this brute force is done by basically I have to get your password. And SQL injection is last. SQL injection is common attack that occur when the cyber criminal use a malicious SQL script for backend database manipulation to access the sensitive information. Once the attack is successfully, the malicious attack can change or delete sensitive company data, user list, or private consumer details stored in SQL database. Basically, and fourth type is DNS. DNS attack is a type of cyber attack in which cyber criminals take advantage of flaws in the domain name system to redirect cyber user to a malicious website and steal data from affected computer. It is a severe cybersecurity risk because the DNS system is an essential element of the internet infrastructure. So these are 4 types of attack we provide. But basically, to prevent from this attack, you can use basically for phishing. You don't go for any site. Basically, with the unofficial link. When you get from unofficial link, don't go there. And for SQL injection, you should use basically for SQL injection is preferred for by website for hacking the website. So prevent this for hacking. You can use a blockchain, something like that, so your website doesn't get hacked. And for brute force, you should use a strong password. Basically, special case or something else. That is, and DNS is something to prevent from this type of attack. You should not log into any for Wi-Fi for any Wi-Fi as a router. You should not get connected to any public Wi-Fi or router. So you can prevent from this. Okay. Okay. I hand over to Rudrant. Okay.
Thank you, Gaurav. So in cybersecurity, we use a set of techniques or tools to protect our computer systems from the accessibility, the applications, or the confidential data, or confidential information from the cyber attacks or the cyber threats. So these kinds of tools are called as cybersecurity tools. So there are many different aspects of cybersecurity defenses that are made to be considered. So here are the list of some basic security tools which are used in cybersecurity. So the first one is a firewall. Shubham, next slide, please. Hello, Shubham. Okay. So the firewall is a core security tool, and it has become one of the most important tools in cybersecurity. Its job is to prevent the unauthorized access to and from a private network. The firewall can be implemented as a hardware or a software, or a combination of both the hardware and software. The firewall are used to prevent the unauthorized internet users from accessing private networks which are connected to the internet, which means all the messages which are entering or leaving the internet passes through a firewall. The firewall then examines the message and blocks this message that are not met to the specific security criteria. Next slide, please. Hello, Shubham. Next slide, please. Okay. So the second security tool is packet filtering. The packet filtering is also a type of a firewall. Uh, in packet filtering firewall is a network security technique that is used to control the flow of data from a network. Uh, so what it basically does is it controls the movements of packets across the network and controls the flows and it controls the flows on the basis of a set of rules and protocols and IP addresses and ports. The next security tool is an antivirus. So the antivirus software is a program which is designed to prevent, detect, and remove the viruses and other malware attacks from an individual computer or a network. Uh, and it also protects our computers and networks from a variety of threats and viruses. Next slide, please. So the next security tool is PKI. So the PKI stands for Public Key Infrastructure. This tool supports the distribution and identification of public encryption keys. Uh, it enables the serving users and computer system to securely exchange the data over the internet and verify the identity of the other party. Uh, we can also exchange the sensitive information without PKI, but in that case, there would be no assurance of the authentication of the other party. And lastly, the last cybersecurity tool is the penetration testing or a pen test. It is a very important. It is a important way to evaluate a business security systems by exploiting the vulnerabilities. Uh, these vulnerabilities exist in operating system and our IT infrastructure. Uh, so what basically we do in penetration testing is the security professional will use the same techniques as process utilized by the criminal hackers to check the potential threats or the area of weaknesses. So these were some basic cybersecurity tools which are used in cybersecurity. Next slide.